Hi, this is Nathan Harrison for Remodel.com. What is the most common mistake made in remodeling? Well, I certainly can think of a lot that I've made, but when I try to think of the most common and costly mistake, one in particular comes to mind. I've seen or heard about this mistake being made many times. Never have made it myself, thankfully. So here it is. You're finishing up with your bathroom remodel. Your walls are done, your floors are done. I should say floor, singular. And you're running the base around the room, and then after that all that will be left is the fixtures and the electrical outlets. And you're running this piece of base that goes behind the commode. Maybe you were able to avoid having to notch it like they did here. They ran the supply line a little low. You get it fitting and you nail it. Now, if you nail right here, you're probably going to hit the copper supply line. I don't know why, but it just seems to be such an intuitive place to nail. If you're lucky, you'll hear the water running inside the wall. If you're not lucky, you'll find out when the floor below you starts to make water sounds. Now, those of you who really know your building codes are going to respond that, hey, there should be a protective metal plate there on the bottom plate, the bottom 2x4, which is also called a plate, that the supply line is passing through. And you're right. Here is an example of the way that supply lines should be protected. All of these are very important to keep screws from penetrating the copper supply lines. You can see that, whoops, we missed a few spots there. Now you need to do this. However, you need to be aware that this may not be enough to keep you from hitting your supply line behind the toilet with a long finish nail. And here's why. Once you've put the backer board and the tile on top of the subfloor, there's not much of this bottom plate of the wall. This bottom 2x4 is called the bottom plate, or the sole plate of the wall. There's not much of it left to catch. And it's very easy when you're nailing your base to nail a little high so that you would miss the metal plate altogether, as well as missing the sole plate, the wood piece. So you need to guard against this error on several fronts. Do the metal plate, but also make a note here on the wall, put painter's tape, definitely mark on the base, no nails, as soon as you actually cut this piece of base. Anything you can do to keep yourself from making this error, because it can be very, very expensive, as you can imagine. And you don't need to depend on that sense of security from knowing that there's a metal plate in the wall, which there should be, but again, it's very easy to miss that. So that's my number one most common and costly mistake opinion for now. What's yours? Let me know in the comments.